going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. And today we're taking a look at the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Remastered Pink Ranger. This is the final remastered figure that I need for my collection to complete the set, unless you're including a White Ranger, which obviously has not been announced, but one I would love to get for my collection. So I got this off of Amazon. I pre-ordered her quite a while ago. I want to say like in the spring. She came pretty beat up with this box, so I did order two. If you think this box looks a little bad, you should have seen the other one. The peg or the J-hook was ripped off. It was dented in. The back of the packaging was all ripped. So this didn't come in the best shape, but it's still intact, and we can take a quick look at it. Obviously, the remastered collection is like the ultimate kind of version of the Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers version of these figures. We have gotten kind of I guess a more, not dumbed down version, what was considered the premium line from the Lightning collection, and now they are being re-released in the remastered collection with more accessories, more articulation, and obviously with all of that comes a higher price point. The box, all in all, doesn't really scream premium figure to me, obviously because of the plastic-free packaging. So I'm curious to see, with the Power Rangers line taking a hiatus for 1 full year is what I heard. In 2024, we will not be getting any Power Rangers Lightning collections from Hasbro. I guess they're going to kind of regroup and kind of re-strategize on what they want to do with this licensing agreement. But you know, this packaging looks okay. It doesn't look to be the best. It is really big. You will see it does have the image of the Pink Ranger here on the front. As far as the actual figure and all the accessories it comes with, you'll get the Power Rangers logo as well as the 30th anniversary for the Power Rangers up top on the box. You'll see it says Power Rangers Lightning Collection Remastered on the front. On the side, you get the image of the Rangers. On the other side, you'll get a detailed image of the Pink Ranger Morphin. And on the back, you'll get another image of the figure, all the accessories it does come with, and the little read-up. But let's come back. We're going to get the Pink Ranger out of the packaging. Before we dive into the figure itself, let's look at all the accessories that are included here. So you do get a lot. You get a bunch of interchangeable hands. So you get a set of kind of like grappling hands for her to grab that arrow that she does come with. You do get one open hand and one fisted hand. You can see that they do have the gun sculpting for the glove lines on there. Also, you get a set of morphing hands for her to put the morpher in there and hit her with that pose. If you guys want to get a quick look at this morpher, I'll try to zoom in. Hopefully I can get this camera to focus because, like I said, this is very tiny. But that is the morpher. You can see the pterodactyl in there. Let's see if we can go in even closer. Looks really nice. Got some pink outline on there as she's actually morphing with the coin in there. So I really do like how that came out. And obviously that will fit into her hand pretty easily. You just kind of clip it in there and she should hold it in nicely. We will definitely get some more of that when we actually take a look at the figure. You get a set of guns. Now this has come with all of the Ranger figures. So you get the actual blaster itself. It folded up where you can go into the holster. And then you get the little blade here at the end. It does have some nice silver detailing on there, just like all the other figures. So if you do have any remastered figures in your collection, they are exactly the same. Additionally, you do get the kind of like pink morphing effect. I'll be honest with you guys, I have not used any of these for my Ranger displays. Like, it just takes up too much real estate. Even though there is some room on my shelf, I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. This would be cool for pictures, but it's just kind of a throw-in thing to kind of make it say, hey, it's a Lightning figure, right? You also do get the bow and arrow here. So let's take a quick close-up of that. You'll see the nice kind of red detailing on there. Most of it is just plain white. You do actually have these clips here. I believe it's for the weapons that came with the other Rangers, where they kind of bring all their weapons together. You do also have this kind of like flat silver arrow. I wish it would have had a little more paint detail into it, where it looked a little more premium. This is a more expensive line. These figures are $34 each. Taking a look at the sculpted Ranger, Pink Ranger helmet here. Looks pretty nice. I do like the shine with the black on the front. You can see the mouth has a nice silver paint application, as well as kind of the nostrils here on top. Taking a look, it looks really clean, really nice. Definitely does pop. And lastly, you do get a civilian Kimberly head. I will say I feel like this looks a little more like the actress herself versus the original figure. I no longer have that figure in my collection. I actually dumped all of the original Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the remastered figure, so unfortunately I don't have that for comparisons. But I wish the expression would have been a little more, I don't know, just something different. She just looks very plain Jane. It could have been a little something more exciting. She does have the pink bow in her hair. But all in all, these are a lot of accessories that does come included with this figure. Taking a look at the Pink Ranger, she does look very clean, very authentic to how she did on the TV show. I feel like this helmet, just the way it's sculpted and the shape, it's definitely a lot fatter and bigger than the original release. Looks really clean, does have a nice gloss finish to it. Just zooming in real quick, you can take a look at how it looks like on the figure body. I do love the design of the suit. You can see the nice traditional white diamonds on the front. She does have her morpher on her belt as well, as you guys can see. That looks pretty clean compared to what we used to get. It was just kind of like a distorted version. You do have the black lines that are painted all the way around the belt, so I do like that extra attention to detail here with the remastered figures. And the remastered line themselves, they are actually more articulated to an extent. You running through it real quick, let's just go through the articulation. The head fully rotates. It doesn't look down too much, to be honest. It looks up, not the best either. It does fully rotate here at the arm. You do get a bicep cut. There are double jointed pinless elbows. That is a big feature added to the remastered figures. You do have kind of a forearm twist here. The hands also do rotate and go up and down slightly. She does have a butterfly joint, and I feel like I did this with a lot of my other Ranger reviews. If you guys haven't checked them out on my channel, the butterfly articulation isn't so much more than what we were getting. It is a little better, but still looks kind of basic. Could be a little better. She does have a little bit of a diaphragm joint here. There is no real waist swivel. I'm curious to see with the skirt, she can't really kick too much forward. There are slits here added on the side, as you guys can see, so she can probably kick out a good amount. But as far as up, not so much. She does have that drop down hip articulation. You guys can see it does kind of go up and down to give a little more range of motion. She does have double jointed knees. They are a little stiff on mine, but they are double jointed. I may have to heat that just to get a little more movement. You do have a boot cut, and as well as some foot articulation. There is ankle pivot as well. So articulation wise, I think you get everything you want with the Ranger. Unfortunately, she is a little hindered at the skirt area, but all in all, she looks very clean. You can see all the detailing on the back of the figure. I feel like the remastered figures didn't get off to the best start. When I got my Trini, I had one that her arm fell off, and then another one that had a whole bunch of gloss painted on the civilian head. So I feel like the quality of these feel a little more premium than they were originally pumping out. I don't know what happened with those releases. I did see a few other people reporting some similar issues with Billy and Trini, but all in all, Kimberly looks pretty good here. Getting the civilian head on this figure, you can see how it looks on the body. Sits really nicely. You can throw the morpher into her hand and have her hit in her morphine pose. Unfortunately, I will say, even with the added articulation, it is really hard to get her in her traditional morphine pose. At least for me, I feel like once you kind of move the arms in the proper angle, they kind of slide back a little bit. So that was kind of the best I could do. I'm sure there are people who could do a lot better. But if you guys want to see what she looked like as she was morphing, here it is. Now that I've added Kimberly to my collection, I now have acquired all of the Hasbro remastered figures. So on the left, we have Billy. We have Jason, who unfortunately did not come with his head. That is from the original single-carded release. We have Tommy, the Green Ranger. Obviously, this shield came with the Red Ranger. A huge bummer if you guys didn't watch my video review of that. I go on a full rant, but that is one of my favorite figures in my collection. Really love how that looks all put together. We have Kimberly. Finally, we have Zach and Trini. They all look great. I will say, you can see the morphine poses don't look 100% accurate. If there's any complaint with this line, I wish you would have had just a little bit more articulation with that butterfly joint to really make them super dynamic. And if you guys are White Ranger fans and not a fan of the Green Ranger, here we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection White Ranger. I hope we really do get a remastered version of this figure, because I feel like this collection will feel incomplete without it. Imagine this figure redone, obviously added articulation. You can see it does have the pinned elbow joints on there. Some more like brighter gold paint on the tiger itself, and I think that would put this figure way over the top. And once the Rangers are morphed, they are all ready to do battle together. You can see how great the team looks together. And again, if you are not a Green Ranger fan, you'll remove him. We have the White Ranger here, ready to do battle with his team. And in case you guys were curious, we also do have a Lightning Collection Alpha 5. So many great Ranger figures here. They all look so phenomenal together. If you guys are enjoying this video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on those notification bells to stay tuned to the newest action figure reviews here on my channel. As far as this Pink Ranger figure goes, I'll be honest, I'm very happy to have this in my collection and complete the squad yet again. So if you guys did start collecting the Lightning Collection, we had our original release figures, right? Now we're getting the remastered, supposed to be better figures. I'll be honest, are they head over heels 100% better than the original release? not really. They are better, right? But the question is, how much more? Is it significantly more? Are they just slightly better? You do get a ton of like added accessories, but let's be honest, are we really going to use any of that stuff? Most of them I just throw in a Ziploc bag and I group them all together. I do have 2 of each version of the remastered, one to keep with a civilian head on and the Morphin pose, as well as the helmeted version. I do that for all of them. So I've gotten dupes of both, right? I've gotten 2 sets for each. And I'll be honest, the figures are okay. I feel like there's just more to be desired with the Lightning collection, especially the remastered figures. There just needs to be a little more something. I don't know if it's articulation to make them more dynamic, but there's just not that much more to make me say, hey, I absolutely would love this line to continue. You know, with them taking a hiatus, I wonder if that's what they're going to look at. But how many times can you release the same guys over and over again? There are some gripes with this figure. I will say that Kimberly Civilian Head has an okay likeness to Amy Jo Johnson. Is it, 100% there? No, and I think you can say that for all the actors' heads, for all the remastered figures. They don't quite nail the mark as far as looking at like the actual actors. The likeness is there, but it's not perfect. And for a $35 figure, I'd expect a little more. Just my opinion. I will say the weapons that come with the Pink Ranger, the bow and the arrow, were a little bit of a pain in the ass to get them to stay in our hands. I did not realize that you can just port in the end of the arrow between your fingers and she'll hold it. For the last original release, I was trying to get more of the actual arrow part in her hand and it just kept falling out. So that is a tip. I did kind of realize that by looking on the box like an idiot. I must have just completely missed the mark on that. But even the bow itself really does fall out just a bit. Is this my favorite figure from the set? Maybe not, as far as the remastered line. She's definitely not my least favorite. I think that would go to Trini. Without a doubt, my favorite from the remastered wave collection, whatever you want to call it, is the Green Ranger. I hope to God we can get a White Ranger. And I think, I'll be honest with you guys, I think I'm done with Hasbro and the Lightning collection. Like, I don't need to keep rebuying the same characters over and over again with some kind of gimmick that they're better. These are better, but I'm not going to fall for it again. I think I'm done. I don't know what's in the pipeline for the Lightning collection. It'll be interesting to see where they go. Like I said, I hope at some point, I don't know, it's getting late in the year. I don't know if we're going to get an announcement for a White Ranger. I feel like that may be something that gets put on ice for a little bit, and that's a little disappointing because this is kind of what I feel like we've been running through issues with them. Like, we get distribution of a bunch of figures, and then of the Mighty Morphin anyway. I know there's tons of different variations of the Power Rangers. I grew up with the Mighty Morphin. That's all I collect. I just wish we'd get a little more consistency, a little more news, and just, a better quality product. I'm just going to go out there and say, I hope the line continues and succeeds, but I think this is it for me. I think these are the last set of Power Ranger figures I need for my collection. They are fun. They are great, but I don't collect only Power Rangers. I have such a huge, vast collection of other figures. But anyways, that's my opinion. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think. Will you be grabbing this figure? Do you have the full set or are you keeping the originals? I hope you guys have enjoyed this video review. But before you go, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at AlexWestCollects. I'll catch you all on the next one.